Hey folks, this is Noah from REIZoom. I'm going to be going over how to use ListBot. This will be a quick one, short and sweet, just how to use it. I'm not going to get into a lot of context with this one. So you start by logging in, and on the home screen for all the tools, just go to ListBot and hit open. And you'll see any of the prior lists that you have processed. But if you just want to pull owner data on a list that you already have, just hit add a list. And then come down here to browse, or you can click in within it. And I'm going to use list A duplicates. This is from the Stack Attack video, so you may remember the column order for that. But it's just a bunch of addresses. All we have is the street level, the state, and the city. But we want everything. So you open the list, and you'll see a preview of the first 15 rows. This will only be the first 15. If you've got 1,000 addresses here, it'll only show the first 15. So if you only see 15, don't worry, it's fine. And then all we have to do is map the rows correctly. So we see, okay, it looks like the street addresses are here, the state's in column B, and the city's in column C. So really easy. Just map them as such. And you can call it whatever you like. I'm just going to hit finish this list. And then the system will process the list. A lot just happened. It made sure that using a geocoding system that those were real addresses, that it could understand them. And then it uploaded the list. And now we can start searching for owner data on that list. And so this is where you need to be mindful of your credit count. I have 98 right here. This is going to cost 21 credits because there's 21 addresses in this list. I can start the searches, and that'll be cool. So let's hit start searches, and it's going to say running data pull task. It's going to set some stuff up, and then it's going to give me some very important information. So it's going to basically start in the background the processing of the list. So you could leave the page at this point, but if you wanted to stick around and wait, you can watch. So here we have it's running. So far it's completed one of them. It's got 20 remaining and 0 failed. So you can look down here to see when the list is going to be done. In this case, it looks like 22:16. That's in about a minute and a half or 2 minutes for 21 addresses. So you can also monitor the progress here by clicking monitor. And you can watch as it understands and processes the list, the status of the lookups. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to speed up time in the video. Like I said, it's about a minute and a half, and you'll be able to watch as the list gets processed. And then I'll come back and show you what you can do with it. Okay, so it looks like our list is done processing. 21 addresses have finished scraping data on. Before I close out of the health monitoring system, this is just an easy way for you to sort of see the progress. It is a little bit delayed from real life, so don't worry if it says that it's completed 5, but you only see 1, for example. But notice here, it looks like they were all successful, but this one had no results. That's fine. That there's nothing wrong with that. That just means that the data provider did not have an entry for the address as it was provided. So I'm just going to go ahead and say most of the time, especially if you're working with county lists, it's vacant land, it's an apartment unit, or it's a commercial property. And chances are you're not interested in any of those. So anyways, you can close out of this. And here you'll see it says 100%. And what we can do here is download it right here. And let's just do that. Let's see what it looks like. So I hit download. And let's open it up. And wow, we went from having only 3 rows or 3 columns of information to this wealth of information on these properties. So here we go. Address, city, state, zip. Remember, we didn't have the zip codes previously. We have the owner's names, the owner's first name, last name, mailing address, mailing city, state, zip, everything you need to send mail. We have bedroom, bathroom count. If you only want to target 3 2s, you can filter those out. The owner type is going to be either individual or company. You see we have a few company properties here, so we might not really be interested in these. We have the property's legal use. Looks like these are all residential, but they could also be commercial. We have the estimated value, so if you only want to work within a certain price range, well, you can cut these out. I think these were driving for dollars leads, and so you tend to have a pretty high hit rate with driving for dollars leads. If you're working with county lists, sometimes the hit rate's a little bit lower, just because, like I said, they're not all residential, individually owned properties. And the last sold date. So if we don't want to send mail to anything that's sold in the last 12 months, which is a smart thing to do if you're trying to save money on marketing, then you can filter them out. So, and the last sale price. So maybe you wanted to only target homeowners where their home is between what they bought it for and what it's worth now. There's enough spread to make it worth a deal. So it's a smart thing to kind of look at the last sale price. All right, so let's close out of this, and I'll show you what you can do with ListBot before I go. Here is scrub and download. So with this, you can pretty easily filter out a bunch of the disqualifying properties. Duplicates, for example. This list has duplicates. We just cut out half of the duplicates. If we, they needed to get rid of anyways, because this process would have been much more difficult if there were still duplicates in the list. Recently sold. Looks like there were a couple of houses there that got sold in the last 12 months, so we just saved some money there. Company owned, there's one there. Undeliverables, that kind of already got filtered out. Non-residential use, I think they were all residential. Yep. And so I'm not going to talk about equity. I'm probably going to get rid of this. At best, I can provide the name of the mortgage lender, the loan amount, and the loan date, but the equity estimator makes a lot of assumptions about the data, so I would not use it. So we can download the scrubbed list, and let's go ahead and do that. So we have 10 remaining leads, and wow, these are going to be what you want to market to. They're just much more well-qualified leads. Okay, anyways, now we can also see them on a map. Maybe you want to see, okay, well, I got this big list. I just want to kind of know where my leads are. If there's a particular area that you don't like and you want to, avoid marketing to, well, you can use this to sort of identify that. Okay, well, it looks like we have most of our leads in this little region on the other side of Highway 23, but there's just one lead here. Maybe that's like some sort of anomaly. We want to, take care of that. So just a cool little tool for that. And then that's it. That's what you can do with ListBot. I'm not sure if I'm going to make a longer video on this for more context. I think, if you're using this, you understand what it's for. So you can use this basically to replace the work that a VA would normally do on your lists. It's faster and cheaper. Check the pricing page on the REIZoom landing sort of website to see exactly how much it's going to cost to run a particular volume of leads and what the ideal plan is for that particular volume of leads. If you're a professional subscriber, you are able to email me your list, and I will do all of the preparation work and the fixing of that list and running the data on it on your behalf. That's part of the courtesy full service of professional subscribers. Okay, thank you.